Hello there! It's been a while since I've been covering a couple melee weapons the past few days lately, but finally today's video is gonna be totally different. And it's a shotgun that we are going to look at this time, so you don't have to complain about me being a little too passionate for melee weapons and showing a tank build plenty of times. Well, yeah, it has been a while I haven't looked over a shotgun because obviously they're very powerful in terms of damage per second, beating off explosive weapons, surely. This one is gonna be very playful because it is one of the holiday weapons. It does funny sounds when shooting and it deals great damage. That shotgun is the Popshot, not the pot shot, it's pop shot. It makes a lot of sound that pops when you try shooting this thing on the husks. Anyways, the Popshot is actually a decent shotgun like any other. Its base damage may have a deceiving 25.4 point blank, but it is a semi-auto weapon. Its full clip is 5 rounds, but it reloads really fast and has a very good spread. Kind of too big by the looks of it, but I wouldn't say it's too bad because whenever this thing crits, it hits really hard, just like any other shotguns in the game. Well, that's probably why I haven't covered most shotguns yet, but for sure I'll get through. You can obtain the Popshot schematics from the Winter Llamas during the Winterfest season. They come with 3 rarities: rare, epic, and legendary. It may be an event schematic, but it is possible that you can research them with Flux, not with a voucher luckily, or whenever you're playing a little too much Frostnite during the season, you can spend your tickets to get as many Popshot schematics as possible, or go cherry picking for the 6 perks you're trying to get for your build. Speaking about builds, we could just directly go right into the perks it has. So my Popshot right here has a basic crit build like every other shotgun schematics I have. It has the crit coverage, critical rating, and crit damage on the 1st and 5th perk slot. Reload speed and magazine size. I have it on fire element because I was dealing with nature a lot more than other elements in my current times season, so fire was a way to go for this one. And lastly, the 6th perk is the 5 headshots in a row gives a 30% ranged weapon damage buff. The con of this shotgun is that it can only have 1 crit damage perk. It is kind of a letdown, but what helps out with the critical hit damage itself is the 6th perk. So once you've done enough headshots in a row, you'll gain the 30% weapon damage buff that will surely increase overall damage. That includes your critical hits. What's even better is that the headshot damage on this weapon is crazy high as well. I'm not a math person, but you'll deal so much damage hitting a lot of headshots on the husks. I may not be great with aiming, but this shotgun has a spread that's big enough to shoot perhaps multiple husks with a shot or 2. I also have it with reload speed and magazine size because 1, it is a semi-auto shotgun in which the reload time shows only when you completely fill up its clip, and you can actually keep shooting even if it's not that full. And 2, it will reload pretty quick and easy because both magazine size and reload speed is a fantastic perk combo for a shotgun like this, similar to the Huskbuster or the Ground Pounder. And when I said earlier about this Popshot having a big spread that is good enough to deal headshot damage, you can perk this out with headshot damage perks if you prefer that instead of a regular crit build. It can be on either the 1st perk slot or the 4th perk slot. The fire rate perk is also a thing if you feel like your trigger finger can shoot faster than the Popshot can, so that way you'll deal enough damage until your targets get decimated. And as for the 6 perks, there are 3 of them available and they are not too bad. The one we have currently, as stated before, is the 30% ranged weapon damage buff. The other one we can have is the 30% area of effect snare for any critical hits shot. Very good for crowd controlling if you prefer to have their movement speed a little slow. And the last one is applying the affliction status effect for a certain time, which is a fan favorite. All 3 of the 6 perks are actually decent for such a strong shotgun like this one. So whichever you think works best is totally fine. Perking a shotgun like the Popshot was not that hard of a challenge, as well as getting a shotgun loadout that would really do great with it. I have Buckshot Raptor as the commander lead for this loadout. He increases critical damage for any shotgun weapons by 225%. In order to make that effective for the most part, we can have Totally Rocking Out as our team perk right here, activated by Battle Beat and Fumble. It is known to have a strong buff to increase overall damage, melee attack speed. With the current team perk, it helps increase as well critical rating and heals you for a certain amount. Shell Shock in support increases your overall damage with shotguns by 17%. Locked and Reloaded is the most contributing perk in the whole support team because we are using a shotgun that reloads every single round in the magazine, so that 15% weapon damage will be there almost all the time. And lastly, Spoils of War support perk gives 25% chance for every shot to not cost ammo when using Warcry. Because this Popshot reloads and shoots fast, the ammo depletes very, very quick. So having this support perk will almost definitely make things a lot cheaper. It can be a very, very squishy build, but this is as strong as it gets for the Popshot. With a soldier build that has a normal Warcry ability, granting 45% weapon damage and 30% fire rate by default, it will for sure make a huge difference with the damage output regardless of its very low base damage. Another great weapon covered. Even if you're getting this shotgun schematics multiple times from the Winter Llamas, at least give the shotgun a good try whenever you can. It does some funny noises, it reloads fast, and big headshot damage. It may not be the strongest, but it is a fun weapon to grab. I'll also link the holiday weapon set playlist in the description down below if you are interested in seeing the other weapons that might be worth the fun using during the Winterfest season. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care of yourself and love yourself.